have this very interesting resume of Dhruv, and I thought I'll just quickly review this for everyone's benefit, and you could maybe incorporate some of the suggestions in your profiles. Here you see the location, email, mobile number, LinkedIn profile. So this is all good. A lot of space being lost here, so this could have been divided on left and right both. Head quality certifications. This is very clear. If you see here, you see very clearly the target role is very clearly defined, and this is good for the profile. Also, a little bit around what this person's done. Executive summary is also there. This could have just been made into bullet points here. Rest, I think so. It looks good from that point of view that it is focusing on the right areas. Okay, if you look ahead, you will find that these, for example, this could have been made into bullet points here. This would have helped. So quality management seems to be the focus of this profile. So does business excellence, which is very good. Also, some certifications are mentioned here. Again, very verbose. So this could have been shorter sentences and it could have been bullet points. Transition, some mention is there. Some schools work is also here. So that's good. Industry exposure, again, very clearly mentioned what industries, which is very good. Functional expertise, very, very clearly defined. This is really good here. And ideally, it's up to you, but you could have merged both the executive summary and the functional expertise. If you want the skills separately done, that is also a good idea. But definitely, you could look at any duplication and remove that. If you see here on the professional summary, again, you find here, now this is very confusing here because we don't know where is this person working, and executive summary and professional summary are pretty much looking, why is this being mentioned again? So this could have been work experience here, and this section could have been either merged into the top or, this may not have been required here. Let me just go down. Okay, so if you see here, major achievements across the career is mentioned here, and which is good. It clearly shows what are the achievements. But till now, we haven't even come to know where this person's working. Now, remember, the recruiter will not have so much time to go to the second or third page to find out where are you working, what are you doing right now. That's not clear till here. So you would have lost the recruiter by this point. Now, the profile does show that you've done some certification, or this person's done some quality management work, but that's pretty much it. Where has this person worked? What has that person done there? Now, again, see a lot of generic stuff till here. And now here, I think there is some mention of this company, Kaiser Tours. So you kind of figure out, okay, this person is working with Kaiser. And also, I think some schools were there earlier that were mentioned, which gave a little bit of a, so for example, I think, so this is now left to the recruiter to find out where you are working, which is a little strange situation because recruiter will not be able to understand what have you been doing. So there's one schools here and there's a Kaiser here, and that's pretty much it. And I think maybe this group tours, this is where this person was working. By the second page also, you can't find out now. At the end of the second page is when you find out, okay, this person was working with a school. If you noticed, we found Kaiser at the beginning and the school came later. So, the order was also wrong there. So you could basically relook at the order also. Now, this ideally should have come in the first page. This entire section from here on should have come in the first page, and we shouldn't have been going to the second page for this. Rewards recognition is good. Again, a lot of duplication. Highlights are here. So my guess is even a lot of this is also duplicated. And as we see later on, this person's worked with this Kaiser Tours here, and there is some initiative this person's taken. Again, same similar stuff as we go along. I think again here, too much of detail is here. Ideally, it should have been 5-6 bullets, and I think there are at least 15 to 20 bullet points here. So this is going to be very confusing for the recruiter to find out. So there's some HR work also here. So now it gets very confusing. What has this person been doing? Doing quality or HR? So if you think that this is not in line with the role that you are, then you could have removed this whole HR segment here. and left the other parts here. So if the focus was quality, then just keep the quality part. I think that would have helped much more than what has been shown here. So these are some of the points that you could look at, when you're looking at a profile. Now see here, you'll find that there is some self-employment here. I mean, instead of calling it self-employed or independent consultant, just say, for example, if it's quality management consultant. So that will be look a little better. Also, if you see here, there are just quite a few number of moves here. And I think you can see 2006, at least one, two, three, four times. Now, this is extremely confusing. But this also shows this person just been moving so much, and this is not good for this profile. So, I think one has to become very careful what do you want to show and how. Professional pursuits here. This is giving an idea of, what kind of awards or this person's done extracurricular. There's some certifications here and then the education part. But ideally, this should have all come into, the 2 pages. And if you see here, this is almost 1 page here, then second page, then there's a third page, and then the fourth page. So this should have been ideally a 2-page CV. I think these are my thoughts on this profile. If you need a review of your profile, you can visit us at www.paintminds.com, and you can also get a detailed report and a review of your CV. Look forward to being in touch with you all. Thank you.